Welcome to another edition of Winthrop Close Up. I'm Renard Gadsden.
And I'm Bree Jones. Thanks for joining us. Two former congressmen recently visited Winthrop's campus, encouraging students to get involved in government. Rob Dew has the story.
Dr. Kodrowski, chair of the Political Science Department, had the privilege of escorting former U.S. Representatives Jan Meyers of Kansas and Liz Patterson of South Carolina to several speaking engagements, which included a visit to the Mass Comm Department. They were here as part of the Congress to Campus program, which they say is aimed at getting young people involved in government.
Whenever a college and university invites the program, they go. This is my second experience. I went to Wellesley last year in March, and this is my second time. The main goal is to let college and university students know that public service is a good way of life, and to let them know what Congress is all about, and to sort of share with them our lives while we're members of Congress.
I think just to stimulate participation and interest in the part of young people, not just in participating in the election, in terms of voting in the primary and the general, but also being an active participant in the political system.
This is the 3-day agenda of the Congress to Campus Forum, where Representatives Liz Patterson and Jan Meyers have come to Winthrop University to discuss women's issues in politics as well as getting students out to vote.
It was very interesting. It's always interesting to see a woman in the government. So, I was really excited to hear about it. They were very interesting.
I think it's very informative. It's one of the great things that Winthrop's offers here, the fact that you can meet with representatives from Congress, or former representatives rather, from Congress, and talk with them to see what they felt their issues were and what the issues you might think are right now.
The representatives will also be speaking with several other classes before heading to Columbia College. With photographer Sheree Gibbs, this is Rob Dew reporting.
With politics being the topic on campus lately, we decided to find out what other students are thinking about the upcoming election. The first presidential debate is scheduled for September 30th, so close-up reporter Will Smalley hit the streets to find out what issues you think are the most important.
Healthcare plans definitely, international affairs, and things that will affect potential or future college students.
I know everyone is probably tired of hearing of the war, but I have family members that went over there and fought, so I would like to see them debate on that.
Yeah, healthcare, I think, is always a big deal. Richest country in the world, and most people don't have healthcare. That's a problem, I think.
One of the biggest problems for me isn't really the issues, but the fact that one of the candidates doesn't really seem to be strong on his issues, and I don't like that.
If you're thinking about getting involved with one of Winthrop's many clubs and organizations, stay tuned, because when we come back, Maurice Dykes will tell us how you can get started. Food, music, and hundreds of students crowded Dinkins Lawn recently. Maurice Dykes tells us what all the commotion was about.
For the past 3 years, Winthrop University has come up with an effective strategy on educating freshmen about the different clubs and organizations on campus. So what exactly is the Club and Organization Festival?
A wonderful opportunity for our student organizations to come out and showcase their groups, and as a way to recruit new members for their organization.
Getting the Scoops on Winthrop Groups was the title for this year's festival. Each year, the festival is sponsored by DSU and the Council of Student Leaders. Both groups put in a lot of time and hard work to make this event happen.
We've been planning for probably about 2.5 months now. We had to make sure to get all the tables out here, the clubs and organizations to sign up, the ice cream, all the novelties that DSU provided.
Dinkins' front lawn was crowded with freshmen eager to learn what Winthrop clubs and organizations had to offer. Students spent the evening meeting and greeting representatives from over 70 clubs and organizations. Some representatives even offered helpful advice for freshmen.
Choose wisely to make sure that you're able to devote your time and be committed to that organization, to just have fun with that organization.
Although many students on Winthrop's campus is excited about the Clubs and Organizations Festival, there are many policies that have changed this school year, such as space use,
and the posting procedures of putting up flyers on campus. Meeting and greeting wasn't the only thing going on at the festival. Freshmen grooved to the sounds of a live DJ and enjoyed free ice cream. Other freebies, including antique photographs, hand waxing, and temporary tattooing, made the festival's environment a bit more festive.
This is a great festival because being a freshman, you really don't know anything about anything really, and you're looking for a way to join clubs, and if they don't tell you what they're about, then you'll never know.
So just how beneficial was the festival to freshmen?
Well, I think it's a fabulous opportunity for all new students and anyone else to come out here and learn about clubs and organization. I think it's very important for students to be involved with Winthrop, and I'm just thrilled that the weather has held out.
With photographer Crystal Satterwhite, I'm Maurice Deitz reporting.
As the Winthrop campus continues to evolve, we will continue to bring you new updates on policies that might affect how you live. The ongoing construction is not the only change at Peabody Gym these days. New policies that require a Winthrop ID for use of the facility have had a definite impact on the Winthrop community.
I actually think that there are more females coming. Maybe they feel more secure about the people who are here. They know that they're students and they're accountable to, the Winthrop police and everything.
I think it has actually helped things by enforcing the identification policy. I think there's actually fewer people down here when I work out, because I think last year we had a lot of the people that were not affiliated with the university.
Yeah, because, I think it's affected a lot because, I remember I came here late and I forgot my ID, so I had to go all the way back to Richland and get it and bring it back, and by that time I was kind of tired, so, it is kind of a hassle. I think it is driving a lot of people away, but I don't know. I'm still coming, though.
Activities such as basketball and fencing still draw large crowds despite the construction and new rules. For a complete schedule of Peabody's hours, check out the recreational sports webpage on winthrop.edu.
When we come back, Alan Garmendia tells us about another record-setting week for Winthrop volleyball. Stay tuned, sports and culture events are next.
Welcome back. I'm Alan Garmendia with your Eagle Sports Update. The volleyball team added to their school record win streak last weekend at the FSU Classic. The Eagles won their 10th consecutive game by defeating George Mason. The win also marked head coach Joel McCartney's 200th win as a collegiate head coach. Although Winthrop lost to host school Florida State in the championship match, Mary Hawk took home MVP honors and was also named Big South Co-Player of the Week. The Eagles open up their conference schedule at home this weekend against Charles Southern and Coastal Carolina. Now in soccer action, the men's team lost both matches at the University of Kentucky Invitational. The Eagles fell to Louisville 2-1 in double overtime and also lost by the same score to host Kentucky. The next home game will be the team's Big South Conference opener against High Point on September 29th. The women's team lost 2-1 to Lipscomb and will try to get back on the winning track versus Birmingham Southern on September 25th. That's your Eagle Sports Update. I'm Alan Garmendia. Here's Ayanna Austin with the Cultural Events Calendar.
Hi, I'm Ayanna Austin with your Cultural Events Calendar. On September 25th, Jamaican reggae band Mystic Vibrations will be performing in Dinkins ATS Cafe at 8 p.m. Admissions is $5 with a Winthrop ID. Join Dr. Adolphus Belk and Dr. John Holder for a panel discussion entitled, Should All Blacks Be Democrats? On September 30th at 7 p.m. in the Dinkins Faculty Staff Dining Room. Admission is free. The Foreign Film Festival continues September 30th in Kiner Auditorium with Todos Somos Estrellas. The film begins at 8 p.m. and admission is free. Javier Mendoza and David Carnes bring their Latin music to Winthrop on October 1st in Dinkins ATS Cafe. The concert begins at 8 p.m. and admission is free. That does it for this edition of the Cultural Events Calendar. I'm Ayanna Austin.
Thanks, Ayanna. In our final story today, Winthrop students are working for a cure to the second leading cause of death in men. Winthrop professor Laura Glasscock is leading a group of students in a research project with hopes to find a way to block prostate cancer. Glasscock and the students are in the lab at least 3 times a week trying to find a cure for this disease. There are many research opportunities ongoing in the biology department led by various faculty members. More about the prostate cancer research efforts later in the semester.
That's all for this edition of Winthrop Close Up. Tune in next time when we detail parking safety at Winthrop. I'm Renard Gadsden.
And I'm Bree Jones. Thanks for watching.